this is continuing off the previous video. Okay, so as we were talking about, this one on the right is actually doing emulation then, because it's getting far less compatible games, and the one on the left isn't. So the CECHA doesn't do emulation, while the CECHE does. The CECHA actually uses an SoC from the PS2 to make things compatible, which the CECHE doesn't have. So it just emulates them. But there is a good chunk of yeses. Look at the ones that says no. We have more no's on the right than on the left. Now also, it says also like some of these, like for instance, sometimes it'll say ones on the left don't work with this. But this one says no, freezes and out of sync audio on opening cutscene. Well, I haven't tried all of these. I'm pretty sure they work, or because I know one of these on the W's back when this was the right way, the picture, which I don't know what happened to it, is back in that one is it went ahead and said that Wild Arms 5 it said it didn't work on the CECHA and it didn't work on the CECHE either. But if you know the YouTube channel Digital Foundry, which a lot of people do, they actually showed them Let's Playing Wild Arms 5, or playing Wild Arms 5, I mean. And I'm pretty sure that they said they were using an original PS3 in it, which would be the CECHA. So that means it would not freeze on it, even if it were to say it does. So yeah, I'm gonna try to. I'll make another video about the end of the videos to kind of show off that it actually says that on Wild Arms, so that way it makes sense. I don't know why this messed up. Because earlier the computer like froze up and I had to turn it off with the power button and I had to hold it down for like a really long time. So yeah, I don't know why this is messed up. Maybe it saved it with without all the pages there or something. Because like it ends at the ends of S, which I know I had W's and stuff. Because I made a video earlier where I had the W's on it. So that stinks. I didn't know that it lost some of the stuff I had. Just trying to different size, see if that changes anything, but no. Okay, I guess if that's all of a sudden randomly different, then it is. Anyways, so now that we've seen that, just making sure that I don't have any copies anywhere. Okay. So anyways, so now that we know that the CECHE emulates, and we also know that which one a Japanese PS3 is, because earlier he said he thought he had a Japanese PS3. Neapolitan said he thought he had one. No, it's not a Japanese PS3. Sorry, it's just not, because I gave him that PS3. It's actually, it ends in 01. If it ended in 00 for the model number, then it would be a Japanese PS3. Anyways, so let's get back to his video, and I'll pause the recording until it gets to another part I want to talk about. Anyways, okay, so I'm going to pause the recording until it gets to a part that I want to talk about. Actually, I think I'll record it right here.
PlayStation logo. That looks cool. Alright. So see, it is reading the disc. Maybe the PS3 just isn't backwards compatible with every single PlayStation game. Makes me wonder. Let's see, let's skip past this. Oh yeah, we can. Nice. Oh no, we saw this before. Alright, so I guess it's loading. Let's see if actually something happens this time. Or is it just gonna be... Yeah, maybe the PS3 isn't backwards compatible with every single game. Oh, too bad. Ah, bummer. I really wanted to try out a racing game. Huh. Well. Alright. Well, I guess this game probably doesn't work on the PS3. Maybe I'll have to... Sometimes they have PS1s at the DI. That's what our thrift store is called. Maybe I'll try to get one of those and see if it works on that. Yeah, it's just not. Yeah, so yeah, I guess we'll try out a different game here. I'll pause the video and put on this bowling game here.
Okay, so his game was crashing over and over, as we noticed, and he said maybe it isn't compatible with all PS1 games. That I'm not too sure about because it depends on different things. But I'd have to actually try it on a PS1 like he does in one of his videos to make sure. But from what I remember him texting me, he said in his text that it worked longer on the PS1, but it still crashed. So yeah, so I kind of don't know about that. If I were to have the game or something, I would go ahead and try it on a PS1 if I ever get the chance. And I'd try it in like excellent condition though. And if it freezes on that, then I'd agree that yes, it's emulating them, which is because he was telling me that was the reason why it was crashing. But I don't know for sure because he said later on that in his text that he was texting me is that the PS1 game, that racing PS1 game, not this bowling game that we're looking at right now, but that the racing one went ahead and the Formula 1 2000 one that he was showing is that it worked on the PS1 longer, but it still froze. So I don't know if I considered that actually working on there. So or because what might really be going on is that that all versions of the game might have an issue that freezes and crashes them, so none of them work properly. Now I know that sounds crazy, it sounds nuts, but I have actually, remember how we've been talking about Wild Arms 5 for a bit here? I have 2 of those. One in really good looking condition, like I don't see any, like hardly any scratches or anything on it, and the other one has quite a bit of scratches. And yet, they both freeze and crash in the exact same spot. And I know what you're going to be thinking, like, well, you're trying it on and emulating PS3, so of course that's going to happen. Well, one problem with that, and I'm going to show this off, which is going to take quite a while, is I'm going to show it on the emulation PS3, which is the CEC. First, I'm going to show it on the emulation PS3, which is the CECHE model, 01 because it's the American one. So 01 would be at the end. CECHE 01. Like we showed it in the video earlier, what model it is. So it'd be emulating it, but so you're saying, well, that's why it's crashing. Well, we're also going to try it on another PS3 I have down below, which is it's kind of hard to see it. I can probably see it if I turn on the light. Yeah, it's like down there. But yeah. So we're going to try that. We're going to try on that one too. And on that one is also, that one's model number is a CECHA 01. And as we mentioned before, an A01 has an SoC, which is fully backward compatible with PS2 for the most part. I mean, I think that there might be like 1 or 2 games that don't work or something, but it's very little. Like I said, even Wild Arms 5 actually works. The Digital Foundry showed it working. So, anyways, so let's turn on the light so you can see the model number, if I can find where it's at back here. So this is going to be hard. Oh wow, this is a lot harder to find it than I thought it would be. Oh, go in. No, focus again. See down there, 11? Oh, even with that, it's like really hard to see it. Oh, I can't see it at all. I see it like in the reflection. Seeing if this makes things any easier. Probably the reflection is like all reversed and upside down. Okay, so actually I'm gonna have to move the PS3 out, I guess. Let's see if I can see it that way. Okay, sorry. Then my finger's kind of like on the camera for a second there. Let's see, come on, focus. Focus on the number. Oh, this is hard. Actually, I think it might be at the end of this number. Trying my best to make it so I can see this. I can't see it because of the bars. Man, this is hard. Sorry, my fingers keep getting in front of it. Does that help? Oh yeah, that helps a lot. Even then, though, I don't see the number. Okay, there we go. So, let me try making it a little bit like all the way dark. As dark as I can go. Okay, so this is going to be really blurry. I had it like for a second. I don't understand why I can't get the picture of me. Try it again. Why is it like always so blurry? This camera is horrible. So even though I'm like have it on it, it's like really blurry. What if oh, that just made things worse. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to have to try to pull it out. Oh, man, this is so hard. Why is this so hard to do for me? Why is this all blurry now? It was focusing before. You guys saw it earlier, focusing. I don't understand why it's giving me such a hard time. I can't get the focus for the life of me. Am I really gonna have to... What is going on with this thing? Why isn't it focusing? Maybe I turn off the light and turn it back on. What if I... And then I turn it all the way up right. Now can I see it? Nope, still can't see it. Light. And see nothing on this. And this is why it's so important to have a good camera. I don't have a good one, and you see what I'm going through because of it. CE, come on, focus, focus camera. I can't, man, it's so blurry. Does it focus better if I'm like further away? Oh yeah, that kind of focuses better. Okay, so if you can see it right there, it says CECHA01 at the very, like, over here. Oh, this is hard. CECHA01. So, I hope that's big, that you can see that in the video good enough. So if you can't see that in the video, I'd recommend watching it on a phone or something. Maybe I'll see if I can pull this out a bit further and see it better. Come on. So I still feel like it's just not making it clear enough. CECHA01. Okay. So now that we've checked that like a million times, which was really hard to do, by the way. Okay. And I crushed some of the cords over here, practically. Okay, so that's an A01. So that means it's a fully backwards compatible PS3. So we'll be using that. Okay, so next, so I'm gonna be and then after I put on that, I'm gonna be coming over here and go into the living room. You will see that I have a PS2 plugged up here. I'm going to be showing that it crashes and freezes on that as well. And that's original hardware. It's not even, it's not even a different one. Wild Arms 5 is a PS2 game. So, so I'll be doing that. So let me start with saying this. I'm going to be going into the bathroom because that's where the best lighting is, because I have disc in there so that I can show you how the scratches that are and aren't on each disc. So that way you won't be blaming it just on that, because one's in really good condition, the other one not so much. But we'll do both discs. Both of them will crash in the exact same place. And yeah, oh boy, it's going to be very, very tiring, but yeah. It should be fine. I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so actually the AECHA one we might use is this one right here, this PS3, because if I'm remembering right, I don't think I have a save file for Wild Arms 5 on the other one, so I wouldn't want to you guys have to sit through the whole game just for me to get far enough, or through a whole bunch of the game for me to get far enough. So I'm going to just see if I can show you that this one's also an AECH. There we go. Not AE, CECHA01. See, it says CECHA01. It's the same model number as the one that was in the bedroom. Here, let me see if I can see it any better this way. That's worse. Let me try making it dark. So yeah, CECHA01, CECHA01 at the end. So yeah, it's the same model number as the one in the bedroom. So yeah, don't worry, we'll be using the one in the bedroom later too, I guess, because there's something else really cool that I want to show off. But yeah, so let's show off that those discs crash regardless of the console, which shows that it's every version of the game that probably has the problem, because one's in good condition, one's really not, or the other one really isn't. So yes, let's go and do that. I'm going to pause. Well, before I pause the phone, let me show you. So I'm going to go in the bathroom and show you the scratches and like how many scratches how scratched up each disc is, and how scratched up one disc is, and how much the other one isn't. I mean, both probably have a little bit, but one's in much better condition than the other. And I can only get enough lighting from the bathroom. But before I do that, I'm going to pause it just to clean up things in there a little bit. Okay, I'm back. So I've cleaned up things in there a little bit, and now I'm ready to show off the disc. So I'm going to turn on the light. As you can see, the lighting is really best in here. I know it looks kind of bad right now, but that's because I have the phone's lighting too dark. Anyways, that's too bright. Right about there is about right. Okay. So here's a disc. It looks pretty good. There's a little bit of scratches, but very little. Let's see if we can brighten this and show you the scratches easier or not. And you can kind of see them there when I darken it. See, there's like some on the edge there. It's very little. It's just like really good condition. And if I turn the light, oh never mind. There's like a lot of scratches if you turn on the light. See that? You can see like all that stuff around there. But yeah. So this one's got quite a bit of stuff on it, I guess. So this one's probably going to have a harder time reading. Now this is Wild Arms 5. And as we can see, it's a PlayStation 2 game. See? Now I have another game of this right over here. Look, see, I have 2 discs. But yeah, so here's the same game. I mean, not the same disc, same game. Oh, sorry. There's like a hair on there. I'm trying to get it off. Yeah. Okay, so look on that one. I don't see nearly as many scratches or problems. There's like maybe a little bit, but not nearly as much. It looks pretty good. And even if but it does still have some big scratches. Like I can see a really big one, like right over. It's kind of hard to see with the light, isn't it? So let's try darkening the light. Let's see. Can you see the scratches or not now? It's really faint. It's really hard to see it. Let's see. Let's try brightening the thing. I mean, not that bright, because now it's probably going to be too bright to see anything. Try it here. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of hard to tell about get enough light. Okay, let's try lowering the brightness and see if that makes it easier to see the paint scratches and stuff. Yeah, there's like one like right here, but it's like not showing up in the camera. Just kind of seeing if I can see it at all. Okay, well, I don't think I can get it to show up in the camera. That stinks. Anyways, in case you're wondering, this one is also Wild Arms 5. That discovered there was, and so is this one. So, we have 2 Wild Arms 5 games here. I'm going to be putting them into the emulation PS3 first, the CECHE01. And that purple line, that is not normally there. See, if I go over here, you don't see it. See, that's a reflection from the light from the camera, I think. Or actually, no, I guess you can see the light if you're in the right position on the over here. So if you're over here, you don't. If you're over here, you kind of do. It's just reflecting the light and stuff, like into a rainbow effect. If I turn it off, you're not going to see nothing. But, well, I don't know, maybe if I turn on with the light and then... Oh, you still see the rainbow. Okay. Anyway, so now we know which games. Okay, I'm going to pause the recording for a few minutes so I can take turns putting each disc into the PS3. So this shouldn't take too long. Okay, so it's starting up. I did put it in and it just started on its own because we set it to auto start earlier. But yeah, obviously you guys didn't see that in the recording. So that might be kind of too hard for me to show, maybe, I don't know. Because I'm kind of just one person doing this, recording with my phone. So it said PS2 on there, PlayStation 2. Obviously these are PlayStation 2 games, they're not PS1 games. But this should be, but this PS3 emulates them. And something I was reading online said that if you update the PS3, like these kind that emulate, it said that they can no longer play PS2 games. But look, it works. So what are they talking about? I mean, yeah, it crashes, but it definitely loads up. And I also have a different game that I'll be playing later, and I'll show you it doesn't freeze up at all, the other game. So, this is Wild Arms 5. I'm going to press start. Oh, right, I have to sync the controller. See, when you start up a PS2 or PS1 game, you have to re-sync the PS3 controller if you're going to use one of these. So we just redo that. See, it's synced. So I'm going to press start. Don't worry, I'm not really going to be doing gameplay per se. So yeah. So we'll just load up the file. Let's make sure it's not clear data, because that would start a new game. And yes, they're all level 100. It is one of my favorite games, but it definitely has issues. Problems. Oh wow, this looks so much better on here than the PS2. Holy cow. Oh, that's crazy. I mean, on the HD TV, obviously. I'm not talking about on this. It looks really bad on the phone, though. Like the colors are like way off on the phone. Let me see if I darken this, if it gets like closer. Oh, that's actually not really better. It's like worse. Yeah, the phone's kind of terrible at recording this. Ugh, this looks awful on the phone. Because it's like gray. I know for sure it's gray. And I know it's going to seem like I'm lying. Oh, that really sucks. Okay, well, that's a little bit closer. Well, I'll leave it like that, I guess. That seems like the closest I can get it on the phone. Ah, that really stinks, because man, if I could just show you guys that man, that sucks that I can't show you that it looks good. It doesn't look as good as a CRT would with a PS2. That's true. But it really does look a lot better than I was expecting. Because I was trying this game on the PS2 earlier, and it looked on an HD TV, and it looked so bad. Anyways, let's go to Mirror Pulse. I mean, you might be wondering why I'm choosing there, but oh, did it crash? No, it's not crashing, but it's not letting me press X. Why can't I press X, eh? Can I not? Oh, am I already at Mirror Pulse? Maybe that's why. Is he already there? No, he's not already there. Oh, did I like go to the map instead of the teleport? Oh, I think I know what happened. Okay, sorry, that was my bad. I thought maybe something wasn't working, but I think I went to the map somehow instead of the teleport orb. So let's go to items, teleport orb. Come on. Oh, there we go, it's working. Okay, I thought it may already crashed from emulating, but this game does crash on this PS3. But if you notice, it hasn't crashed so far, but it does. It's just the amount, when it does, sometimes it's random. But what I'm going to be showing right now isn't going to be a crash from emulation. It's going to be a crash from the game itself. And both of my discs crash at the exact same spot. So either I've got a 1 in who knows how many chance of that happening. But yeah, so if I read this sign on this door, on this wall, I mean, this will pop up. And if I start reading it, it's going to crash. Watch. No, I'm just kind of skipping through. I'm not going to read it word for word. This is like the longest text. And there it goes. See, all of a sudden there's no text. It won't let me advance the text. I'm pressing X. I'm pressing buttons. It's like controllers connected and everything. See, it's crashed. It froze. So that was the first disc. We will quit out. See, it froze. And you're going thinking, well, that's probably an emulation error. Well, we're going to try on the other PS3 after these. First, we're going to try both discs, just to show you it's not scratches or cracks causing the problem, because one disc is better than the other one. Okay, let me pause this so I can take. Okay, I'm back, but I'm not done yet. I just want to show that I took out the disc. Okay, because see, it's like not up there now. Anyways, so I'm going to go grab the other disc. So first I'm going to pause this so I can go grab it. Or in fact, if you guys want, you can watch me just take this disc into the bathroom and grab the other one. So there's Lanterns 5. Just going to put it right here. See, I put it right there. I'm going to grab this one. See? Same game. Okay, so I'm going to pause this so I can actually get into the PS3, because it's too hard to hold the phone and put the disc in for me. So, It's just the same game. I'm gonna pause it right now. Game started up automatically again, because like I said, we had disk auto start on. It's gonna say PlayStation 2. You know the rest. Just gonna kind of climb over here so I don't trip on anything. Oh yeah, I forgot you have to press the PlayStation button. I always have to do that. It's so annoying. You have to do that. That is one advantage I guess PS1 has. You don't have to repress the button when you start up a game. Though this isn't. Though this is a PS2 game, but you still shouldn't have to. You don't have to repress any button. So yeah, okay. It's starting up. So now we'll just do the same thing again. I press start just to kind of get past the opening a bit faster. But anyway. So this is the other disc now. I'll load this. And watch, it's going, and we're just going to go to the same thing we did before. It's going to exit this town. Oh, there's like a lot of lag. But anyway. Exit the town. Yeah, my TV settings might need to be changed later. Anyways, so teleport to mirror posts. Same. We're just doing the same thing we did before, just to show the crash happens in the same way, same place. So I'm gonna go in here. Okay, we're gonna go to the right. Just gonna go right on over here. Same area, same board thing. You just read the board, say yes, and then watch, it's gonna crash again, just like it did earlier. But this is a different disc, just saying you that. Same game. And crash. So yes, both these discs crash on this. And I know what you're thinking, it's like, well, that's because it's emulating it. Well, normally you would think so, but that isn't exactly the case, because it's going to crash on the other PS3 and on the PS2 when we try it. Wait and see. But yes, but this does have emulation glitches, it's just not this one. And they can crash it, but is not the ones that do. This PS3, I mean. The other PS3 and the PS2 won't have the emulation glitches, but this isn't an emulation glitch. This one that we've been crashing on is regular. I guess it's probably built in all of them, is my guess, because I have two discs are freezing in the exact same spot, so that seems pretty unlikely if it's about it just being the bulk disc. So it must be, or I mean, both games, I guess every version of Wild on Side probably just crashes right there. And if every version of that can happen, then it probably happens in in certain PS1 games too, where every single game it crashes, even if no matter which hardware you try it on, even the original PS1. See, I was telling Neapolitan that there wasn't any glitches in those things, but he was taking me too literally. But because I was talking about operating ones, and then look, see, because like some games, like for PS2 and PS1, they just crash regardless. And yeah, this was an emulation PS3. We're gonna try on the regular PS3 in just a little bit, so we'll do that in a minute. First, I'm gonna pause it because I need to get something more to eat. I'm hungry again, but I'll start recording again once I get the disc into the other PS3. Okay, I'm back. It looks like, so I decided to do the PS3 in here, like in the living room, and we already saw that that's AECHA01. I showed you in the video earlier. So this is a fully backward compatible PS3. I don't know if you can, yeah, I can show you the number again, maybe, I don't know, but, let's see, can I show you the number again? It might be too hard to see it. It's pretty hard to see it. I showed you guys earlier, though, that was this one. So, if you don't believe me, then you'll have to rewatch the earlier part of the video, I suppose. I don't know why sometimes this thing focuses really well and then other times it just doesn't. It doesn't sometimes. Okay, so what if we turn that down and then we turn this one up? No, still not. Ah, there we go. CECHA01. CECHA01. Okay. So I've shown you again that it's the one that's fully backward compatible. Alright, so now that we know that, oh yeah, and this is, see, I have a different theme on this PS3. You can see the character running around. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and go down to the game, and we're just gonna do the same thing we did with Wild Arms 5 as before. It's just a different PS3 to show you that's not an emulation glitch. And then we're also gonna I'll also show it on the original PS2 after I show both discs on the PS3. So that's PlayStation 2. And just starting it on up. This one hasn't been set to disc auto start, so it doesn't automatically start unless you go to the disc and start it. Anyway, PlayStation 2. This is, PS2 game. Still PS3, and you're gonna see it do that sometimes because this thing is going through a few things to make it look really nice on the TV. And that input and output is actually incorrect. So, well, it might be slightly correct because we're doing it. Well, no, because we're doing the PS2 game. So I'm pretty sure that's incorrect. But because I have like scalers and converters and stuff hooked up to do things. So it's probably not going to be accurate for that output. Because look, it's not filling up all the screen. Like if you look, there's like a blur, there's a black bar there, and there's none on the other side. Okay. So you can tell the aspect ratio isn't correct or something. But that isn't because of the game or anything. That's because of some of the settings for the TV actually that I've been doing. Because even though this is like this, like the aspect ratio is incorrect, it's actually right on the Nintendo 64. I have them both going into this system switcher, and if I change this one, it'll change the Nintendo 64 and it won't be right anymore. So, anyways, let's load up the file 1. Okay, load complete. There's a little loading screen for you. Bolt turning around in circles. Oh wow! Wow, this is so much better! Holy cow! Wow. I mean, you don't see the blueness on the phone either, on this one, unlike the other TV that I showed you. So, yeah, let's go ahead and go to that other town. And then show you that it crashes, that the game's going to freeze in the exact same place. So, just get out of town. Teleport. Nope, I'm going the wrong way. I'm sorry about that. This way. Okay, see Mirror Pulse, that's where we went in the other videos. Oh, you know what? Actually, the reason why it might be darker on this phone is because I don't have the brightness turned up. There we go. See if that's a little bit... it's still a little bit too bright. The light is on. Let's try and do that. Okay, well, that's pretty close to being accurate. Into the what is showing on the TV, so we'll go with that. Okay, so we're just going to come on up here. Oh, yeah, the phone's actually matching this really well compared to the other TV. I don't know why. So here's that same wall. Here's the same those same papers on it that where you read it. And it says it's a newspaper clipping, and then watch, I'll go through it and it'll crash just like before. Wow, I can't get out the whole screen of the phone. But yeah, so Just going to press X over and over. And just wait, it's going to freeze just like they did on the other PS3. And this is a fully backward compatible PS3. And yeah, look, it's still froze. See? It's not letting me press anything. I'm pressing X, it's not working. I'm not sure if you can hear it, that I'm pushing it. But yeah, it's just staying there. It's not doing anything now. Controller's still connected. It's blinking because I have it charging. It actually was like dead when that's why it's plugged in right now. But yeah, so yeah, actually, once the PS3 controller fully charges, that little light that's blinking will become firm. Like it won't be blinking anymore. It'll just be like staying. So until you like turn off the console, but. Oh, unless you have it like charging from something other than the console, like you have it charging from like I don't know, like one of those little plug things that you plug in, or to like a USB port that isn't on the console, but you're charging it from something else. Then yeah, then it won't be turning off when the console goes off. It depends on what you're using. So yeah, so we saw that it still crashed. So we're gonna quit the game. Yeah, see the bars going up there. Yeah, see that shows that it's charging. It's kind of hard to see it, but yeah, right there, those 3 bars going up. See, once it's fully charged, those 3 bars will stay 3. They won't keep on going up like that. They won't like keep on increasing and then starting over. Anyways, I'm talking about the controller. So I'm gonna quit the game. You saw that it crashes even on a fully backward compatible PS3, one that has an SoC for PS2 games. But still crashes, freezes. Now remember, I said that Digital Foundry played this game and it wasn't freezing, but I never saw them read that wall or that billboard, the little piece, the newspaper clipping on the wall. They never tried reading that, so that's probably why they didn't run into any crashes. Because so far what we've seen is it crashes on both discs and both PS3s, but we haven't tried the secondary disc on this PS3, so who knows? Maybe it's just this one disc is the bad one, so we'll try the other disc. I'm going to eject it. Oh yeah, you might notice that this PS3 isn't as loud as the other one. It does get a little bit louder than this, so you will hear it. It's not like you won't. Anyway, so this is the one I just took out. Just gonna lay it right here, like that. Grab the other disc. We just laid that one over there. And kind of try and grab that. Okay, so I always have a hard time putting the disc in the PS3, or any disc in any console ever, which is really sad for me. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it in there. Let's put the phone on this tray over here, so that way. So yeah, you won't be able to see me putting it in there, but yeah, it's the other disc. You saw me pick it up. All right, I'm gonna put that into the PS3. Okay, it went into the PS3. Should show up in a minute. Oh, there it goes. See, when they're PS2 discs, usually they're this gold kind of color for when you put them in, which is weird because the bottom of the PS2 disc isn't gold. But yeah, it's like the PS1 one. It says PlayStation 2 format disc instead of PlayStation 1 format disc, or instead of PS1 format disc, or whatever one it said. So yeah, so we'll start up the game and then see if it crashes in the same spot. This is a different disc, same game. Still Wild Arms 5. Okay, it's gonna boot up. Let's give it a minute. There it goes. Then once it crashes, we gotta try it on the PS2, so that's gonna be fun. So you might be wondering why this Well, it actually looks so good on this HD TV with this PS3. Oh, and you might be able to start hearing it now. The PS3 is starting to get a little bit louder. But, yeah. So the thing about is, well, this won't look as good as a CRT. That's true. So because I think I said it earlier in the video, but I would have to buy an OLED TV and a FrameMeister to make this look good enough. But the thing is, I don't have that kind of money. This TV alone costed almost $3,000. It was like 2,000 something. But yeah, you can find it on Best Buy. It's a Sony X950H TV. And yeah, it's an LED TV, so that's why it's not going to look as good as an OLED. But unlike other LED TVs, like it has off angles, so even if you like go to the side like this still looks good. See, most LED TVs, if you go off to the side like that, it goes ahead and like all the colors and stuff look all wacky and wrong and everything. It's kind of horrible. Like some computers and like. It's kind of like how the 3DS, like if you have a Nintendo 3DS, if you go to like an original Nintendo 3DS, not the later ones, like not the new Nintendo 3DS, but the regular Nintendo 3DS, is if you would go off to the sides, it would look all kind of messed up, and that's kind of like what would happens on other LED TVs, but not this one because it has full array local dimming. Which, according to what I was hearing, is that's just some Sony's word term for QLED, the quantum dot thing. So that the QLED TVs use. I mean, so that's probably why it looks pretty good, but pretty good. Because we're just gonna load this file. But yeah, as you notice, it's not gonna be as good as an OLED, so it's not gonna look as good.